Make sure you go and check out carmarshall.com. Over 100,000 new and used cars from dealers. You shop, you see what you like, negotiate prices, and get you a very good deal. If you're looking for an app as a black person and you want to connect with other black people, you want to promote, you want to look for employment, you just want to socialize amongst black people, well, the Black Social app is here. It's an absolutely a great app on Android and Apple, and make sure y'all go and check it out, man. What is up, people? Jada Black here, of course, back with another video. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about a situation I did a video response to. I did like a video reaction on my JDB TV channel. That link will be in the description box. I'll put in the comment section as well. Y'all can go and check it out. Make sure you like that video too. And I was reacting to a video where YesJulz, okay, the veteran industry thizzot, was on a podcast. It was a live podcast, with 3 other individuals, where she was sitting there looking dusty. And she was talking about all these people she had issues with. She talked about all the issues she had with Joe Budden, blasting him again, his girlfriend, also, what is her name? Karen Silva, and Scotty Beam. I don't particularly care too much for Scotty Beam, but, anyway. She wanted to blast these individuals for whatever reason. And, of course, people keep giving this female a platform. And that's why you're seeing LeBron James in this video, because he is the most prominent one, and he's the one I'm going to feature in this video, whether y'all like it or not. He put her out there. He was constantly giving her shout outs, taking photos with her. And there's a rumor that he was smashing. I believe he was smashing. I do think that LeBron James do like white girls. There was one situation where it was, it went viral, a post where he liked the picture of this, what they would call a pog, or a white chick, a thick white chick, a little bit closer to the BBW side, but we're going to keep it, she's a little smaller, kind of in between. But anyway, and there's also been other instances as well of LeBron James going in the DMs of white chicks. And there was one chick who actually put him on blast. But you didn't really hear the story too much because a lot of these news outlets didn't report on it. It was like 1, maybe 2 sites I could find it on at that particular time. People were not going to touch that because the media, and I'm going to do another video on this. People have an unhealthy obsession with LeBron James. It's very unhealthy. You got all of these grown men in the media who cape for LeBron James. Look at Fox Sports. How many can you name? They just caping for LeBron. I don't know if that was part of the job description, that you have to kiss up to LeBron James. You have to make excuses for him. He does nothing wrong. He's right about everything. I don't know if that was part of them getting hired, but it's really weird. But the media as in itself, they do a lot of caping for LeBron. I'm probably going to do a separate video on that. Very unhealthy obsession. But with this female, YesJulz, she is one of these party eventers in Miami. And she's always in photos with people. She's even has a photo on her Instagram with her. Kanye West was, I guess he was paying attention to something, so she sort of eked her way into the photo. Didn't take one with him because he was not trying to take a photo with a clout chaser. A lot of those guys know what type of female she is. But like I said, LeBron James is the main one who is the reason why she's still alive out here. Normally a lot of these industry thoughts, they got to go out here and they got to get into relationships in order to stay relevant. We all know that, you got the Amber Roses and the Black Chynas. They constantly have to date within the industry in order to remain relevant. But Black Chyna, she's not doing too good out here. She went from where she was to where she is now. She's basically bottom feeding. Amber Rose I think she's in hibernation because we're coming out of wintertime, which is cuffing season. But by the summertime, I guarantee you she's going to be single again. Probably done been in 2 relationships in between. Once the weather warms up and these chicks hit the beach and they're able to wear what they want to wear, that's when the thought season began. Okay, and YesJulz is one of those females who, you know, she definitely loves thought season. She loves to show off her big rear end. Now she's told people it's natural, but Joe Budden basically said that it was not natural. You know, she might have had something back there, but the way as droopy as that ass looks, you know, maybe she put something in it. You know, it's sandbagging a little bit. But be that as it may, it could be the genes. You know, she is half Hispanic, half Italian, whatever, or what could I say, half Puerto Rican, half Italian, whatever. But when I did the reaction to this podcast, I knew they had Murder Mook and two other guys. You have to go see my video reaction to see it, but Murder Mook to me was very he was very welcoming of her and what she had to say. You know, he was willing to hear her go at Joe Budden in order to have her on the show and hear her say. No one combated what she said. No one asked her follow-up questions a lot of the times to see if the information was right. They basically took her word for it because they were all simping. They wanted a topic to make their YouTube channel the YouTube video go viral because their podcast is on YouTube. I think it's a fairly new podcast. That was like maybe the 24th one. But I responded to clips that were on this particular Twitter page. Now, maybe Joe Budden knew about this, but from some of the comments that I saw, people were not rocking with her because they see her for what she is. And this is why you brothers have got to stop putting these non-black heifers on a pedestal because they're too comfortable saying the N-word, okay? And when you don't accept them, they try to shame you. And when you have chicks like YesJulz who, let's be real, she's in it for the money. I mean, this chick, she has tried everything to remain relevant. I mean, she tried the sex tape, that failed. Okay, she tried beefing with people, that failed. Every beef she gets into, she loses because she doesn't know how to handle herself on social media. She don't understand the scrutiny. She went begging Joe Budden for help, and when he wouldn't help her, that's when she wants to blast him. Because he wouldn't come to her rescue, she blasted him. Why didn't she go to LeBron James? I mean, he's the one who put you out there. Why didn't you go to him? He told you not to, do that. Be that, man. I just think that you got these chicks, man, who get these cosigns from these brothers, and they come into the culture and make fools of themselves. They really think that because you're putting them up there, they can say what they want to say. Like when she did the freestyle with Soulja Boy, and she mentioned the black community. I think she mentioned black on black crime too, because I think people calling her a culture vulture, and I guess that freestyle was her way of responding to people calling her a culture vulture, but only made it worse. Only made people dislike her worse. But once again, we got this podcast that wants to put the credibility that they were starting to build, because you got Murder Mook, somebody who people may respect in hip hop. I didn't respect him after watching this interview. The guy was completely goofy. And we cannot be giving these podcasts, giving them a clout, giving them platforms. You gotta let these women go, man. People gotta understand she's been in the industry. I think I first knew about her, in 2013, 2014? And then after that, she was hanging around LeBron. LeBron was shouting her out on Twitter, taking pictures with her. Again, you see it, and that's why he's in the video. When you have guys like him who's married, who has a family, who has a certain image, and you have this chick who's put out a sex tape, who's a quote-unquote party event host, she just cashing in all those favors she done built up. And that's what I see with this podcast. I would rather see Mia Khalifa on there than see YesJulz, because to me, Mia Khalifa, even though she was a porn star, she would bring more than what YesJulz is gonna bring. YesJulz is somebody who's past her prime. Okay, she is not aging very well. She's not gonna age very well. Okay, she has made a fool of herself in the community that she wants to be a part of. No self-awareness whatsoever. Now, I will say this though. You got brothers who are going to give her a pass, who are going to want to be cool with her because of the size of her behind, but you got to look past that. There's a lot of girls out here who are thick with big asses. You going to give them a pass too? To me, I'm not going to say she's a culture vulture. What I'm saying is she makes money in the culture. This is why you have people like Scotty Beam. And you know what's interesting? She put up a shirt that says, I think it said, she posted a shirt on social media that say niggas lie a lot, something like that. And people got mad at her for that. She said people want to fight her for that. And what was very interesting is that YesJulz said that a rapper basically came to her defense at this Rolling Loud event because people didn't want her to host it. And he shouted her out, gave her security when people were wanting to fight her. You know? Because of her posting that shirt. Because people feeling like she is a culture vulture. You know? Also, everything that YesJulz does, she fails at. You know? She fails at. She was the manager of 070 Shake, who was on Kanye West's 7-song album, right? She made a big splash. She ended up losing her as a client because once again, she fails at everything she does. But she knows because of the size of her ass, she's going to be able to come back to you brothers and y'all are going to uplift her. Not uplift her, but you're going to put her on platforms. You're going to give her a platform. You're going to give her the validation and you brothers got to stop doing it. Now, I know some of you going to be mad at me because you don't want to be held accountable. And then listen, if you're not one of these guys who goes to these chicks' pages, like their photos, share their pics, tell her how good they look, then fine. But you do have these guys in the entertainment industry, like your LeBron Jameses and the Murder Mooks, all these other guys in the industry who uplift women like this, okay? Who have no talent whatsoever, who is only getting platforms because of how big her butt is. That's the only reason why she's getting platforms. She don't need it. We have to look at what's going on in society. And we have to look at the fact that women have become over-sexualized and they know that they can use that to their advantage. Because you can't tell these women the truth. You gotta lie to them. I'm not gonna lie to them, but you got people who are ready to lie to them. I'm not one of those people that's gonna lie to them. I'm gonna tell you the truth whether you want to hear it or not. And the truth is, you have brothers who are up. No, I keep saying uplift. Nah, wrong word. You keep putting women like this on a pedestal and on a platform to give them to go out there and say BS, knowing that they're in the situation that they're in because they fail at everything that they do. She failed at being a manager of artists. She failed, this particular female, YesJulz, she failed at having a sex tape go viral. She has failed at a lot of different, she's failed to connect with the community that she's working in. You know, so I just feel like we need to hold each other accountable as men, especially these artists that are putting these talentless heifers on a platform. If you're looking for an app as a black person and you want to connect with other black people, you want to promote, you want to look for employment, you just want to socialize amongst black people, well, the Black Social app is here. It's an absolutely a great app on Android and Apple, and make sure y'all go and check it out, man.